This is your math gal, Julie Harland. Please visit my website at yourmathgal.com, where all of my videos are organized by topic. This is rate conversions example 3. Make sure you've seen the first couple of examples. We're going to do this problem here. If a car's speed is 50 miles per hour, how many feet is it traveling per second? So we're going to go from 50 miles per hour to feet per second. So let's see. We've got 50 miles per, that's like your fraction bar, 1 hour. We want to change this to feet per second. So we're not going to have the miles or the hours at the end. So this is going to be a little bit more complicated than what we've done so far. So we can either try to change the miles to feet first, or we could try to change the hours to seconds first. Really doesn't matter. There's more than one way to do this. So let's just pick one. How about we're going to, let's try changing the miles to feet first. Okay, so you have to know how many feet are in a mile. Now that's something you could look up, but 1 mile is the same as 5280 feet. All right, so I want to multiply this by a fraction here. So the miles cancels. And right now I have the miles in the numerator, so I want to put the miles in the denominator. So if miles in the denominator, 1 mile is the same thing as 5280 feet. And this is like multiplying by the fraction of 1, because this is the same thing. 5280 feet is the same thing as 1 mile. So if we do that, you can see that the mile and miles cancel. And if I were going to stop and just do this calculation right here, I would see that 50 miles per hour is the same thing as 50 times 5280 feet, right? Whatever that number is per hour. So I would have it in feet per hour, but I don't want to have it in feet per hour. I want to have it in feet per second. So I also have to deal with this hour here. So you could possibly go directly from hours to seconds, but usually people think how many minutes are in an hour, so I'm going to do it that way. I want to multiply it by something so that this 1 hour will cancel with this hour down here. So I have to put something, 1 hour is the same as what? Well, I know it's the same as 60 minutes, right? So if I do that calculation I have so far, I'll have, look, after we do our canceling again, look at, I can cancel the hour and the hour. I will have feet over minutes, so I'm getting close. This will give me my answer in feet per minute. But I want to know how many seconds. So I got to go one more time. Need to get rid of this minutes and get it in terms of seconds. All right, so I want the minutes to cancel. So I have to put the minutes in the numerator. I know that 1 minute is 60 seconds, so I could use this ratio. And then I could cancel the minutes for the minutes. And now look at the units I have in the numerator. Not the number, but I've got feet over second, which is what I wanted. So that means I can just do my multiplication of all those numbers and divide and have my answer. So in other words, I'm going to do the number part of this is going to be, I have 50 times 5280 in the numerator, and then I'm going to have to divide by what's in the denominator, which is 60 times 60, right? That's going to be the numerical part. And then I'll have feet over seconds, right? Which we'll write as feet per second. So now you could do that in your calculator. You're going to put 50 times 5280. And the way to do this all at once in your calculator is you could put 50 times 5280 and then divide by 60 and then divide by 60. That's one way to do it in your calculator to get that number. Or you could do 50 times 5280 And then you could do this multiplication in your head. 6 times 6 is 3,600. So it doesn't matter which way you do this, you should get your answer. So now you want to bring out your calculator and see what you come up with. Now, my calculator, I get 73.3 repeating. So the exact answer, of course, is 73.3 repeating, feet per second. But usually we would want to round that, and so I could have made my directions a little clearer. I could have said round to the nearest foot. Okay, so let's do that. Rounded to the nearest foot. The answer is what? 73, right? 73 feet per second. So that car's going pretty fast. 73 feet every second. This is your math gal, Julie Harland. Please visit my website at yourmathgal.com, where all of my videos are organized by topic.